Check, check. Check one, check two.
Morning. Good. What a day. Yeah. Weather is perfect. Good morning. I know, let me just get my hands free. I'm coming, I swear. These are your cousins. Welcome. It's nice to have you here. Yeah, welcome everyone. Are we ready? I am here and I am ready, right? Let's step up to the top of the mat on this glorious day. Good morning, my friends. Shabbat Shalom. What a beautiful thing to do on Shabbat, right? The day of rest, self-reflection. All right, so we stand up tall. We bring our feet together at the top of the mat. And we'll just start slow because there's still lots of people coming in. You know, if the grass is wet, you can come up on the platform. I definitely recommend solid surface. I know some of you prefer the lawn, but... All right, test in the back. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, they can. Okay, we're good. All right, so we step up to the top of the mat with our feet together and our hearts held high, our heads held high, and our breath flowing free. That is how we begin. Let your arms rest by your sides. And once you can start to feel a rhythm in your breath, like once you can actually start to feel your lungs filling and emptying, like really fully, so you know, like you just feel like you're alive. There's this increased vitality about what's happening inside of you. It's okay, we can finish signing after. Yeah, it's okay. Thank you. Yeah. On your next inhalation, just let the arms rise. Try to time the arm movement with the breathing. And then as you exhale, the arms come down. And the idea is that we're syncing the breath and the movement. Let's do that again. Don't be in a rush. Fill your lungs, reach your arms high. And as you exhale, the arms come down. Yeah. One last time, just like that. Just breathing and moving. We're already doing yoga. All right, we're gonna add on just a little bit. Inhale again, the arms reach, but this time as you exhale, forward fold, just like fold right in. Bow your head humbly, feel your body for this moment. Let your head hang for a moment, maybe bend one knee and then the other, just kind of feeling into where the tension lives. For some of us, it might be in the hamstrings, some of us in the lower back. And then we're going to lift halfway. Put the fingertips on the shins and create a flat back. That's it. Now really draw the chest out and the collarbones wide. Feel your upper back muscles squeeze just a little bit. Let's take a breath there. Filling up, filling up, filling up. And then as you exhale, fold. Good. On the inhale, rise with a flat back. Head up, chest up. We come all the way up. Reach the arms high, and then hands come to heart center. Good. Again, inhale, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Lift and lengthen on the inhale. Let's step the right foot back. So touch your fingertips down, take a big step. And then root down through the right hand and take a really gentle twist to the left side. So bending, twisting, breathing, it's all to work out some of that surface tension, slough off the stiffness of the morning. So don't mistake this work for perfection. It's more about just awakening. Push a little bit into the right hand. See if you can open the left chest a little more. And then look down, place your hand down. Let's step back to plank. That's an upper push-up. So just the upper push-up position, hands under the shoulders, a nice bend in the toes. We'll hold here for just a moment because it creates some heat. Belly button to the spine, legs strong, straight and long. And then keep those nice straight, strong legs and lift your hips. Let's just go to downward facing dog. A gentle push back, and again, we feel into where the tension lives. Don't misunderstand, the poses are not creating the tension, they're exposing it. And so we move gently and curiously through the body. Let's take one more breath right here, and then just look at your hands and slowly walk your feet up to the top of the mat. Yep. Bring the feet together and then lift halfway, just like we did before. Flatten the back, and then exhale, fold. With that same flat back, rise all the way up to standing. Reach the arms. That's it. And then pull the hands right to heart center. Good. Just like we did before. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Lift halfway, go to that flat back, and then soften the knees, touch down. Let's step the left foot back. One lunge, and then a twist to the right. Nothing contortionist, nothing absurd, just a great, soft, and gentle awakening for the body. Moving through all the different directions of the spine. So we ground the feet, we press a little more through that left hand, and then we see if we can access the obliques. That's the muscles around your waistline. They help turn you. Take one more breath, and then just let it go. Eyes down, hands down. We step to plank. Again, opportunity to straighten the arms and the legs here, to really get the muscles to hug onto the bones. And then we hold on to that strong, strong feeling in the arms and the legs, but we hinge and we lift our hips into downward facing dog. Give a little press through your handprints and give a little pull through your heels. It's helpful if the feet are about hip distance apart. If they're too close, the hamstrings feel tighter. That's it. Maybe bend the right knee. Stretch the left leg a little more. And then switch and do the other side. Just being gentle and kind as we work our way through, as we increase the circulation. Press both legs back, breathe in. And then as you breathe out, look forward and walk your feet to the top of the mat. That's it. Feet are together. Inhale, lift halfway. And then fold all the way. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Let's touch the palms together and then pull it to the heart. Good. Again, inhale, arms reach. We're going to add on again. Exhale, forward fold. Lift halfway, inhale. Step back to plank and hold. And then see if you can maintain the integrity of your plank. And then you have two options here. You can put your knees down or not. You can keep the legs straight or bend the knees and touch down. And then we're going to lower onto the belly. Yeah, do it nice and slow so you know you're using your muscles. And then keep your hands right where they are, but lift your chest. Try to get those elbows off the floor. The hands are back. The thumbs are near the nipple line. Think about that. Like pull the hands back, pull the elbows back, widen the chest. We're going to keep the tops of the feet on the ground. So we're not squeezing our glutes and letting our feet float up. We're actually grounding and lengthening through the legs and then opening and widening through the chest. That's it. Take one more breath here and then slowly let the chest down. There you go. Tuck your toes and go back to down dog. This is our third try in down dog. Hey. And so each time we approach the same poses over and over, we actually may get a little bit new sensation and experience. So it's our job as yogis to pay attention. This is not an outer body experience. This is an inside job here. We're breathing and we're noticing and we're paying attention to the subtle changes physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, whatever is happening to you. Take one more breath And then look at your hands. Let's walk our feet up to the top of the mat. Lift halfway. Inhale. Fold deeply. Exhale. With a flat back, we rise all the way to standing, reaching high up to the sky, and then pulling the hands right to heart center. We're going to put that all together now. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold, just moving in rhythm with the breath. Lift on the in-breath. Go to plank and lower on the same exhale. So breath coming out as you come down. Inhaling one time into cobra, and then exhale, take it back to downward facing dog. So it's nice, there's a rhythm starting to happen. We'll breathe a few more times here and just feel into the down dog. See if you can spread your fingers out and have this awareness that the pose is moving back. So most of the weight and the action is in the legs, not heavy into the hands, the wrists, or the shoulders. Take one more breath, push back a little, and then look forward. Let's walk our feet right up to the top of the mat. Awesome. Lift halfway. And then exhale, fold. Flat back, rise all the way up. We call that sun salutation A. Bring the hands to heart center. Good. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to stay this time in the forward fold. Please grab your ankles. Grab from the back of the ankles, bend your elbows in towards your knees, and draw the belly to the thighs. It's totally okay to soften the knees here if you need to. And just notice what you feel. As we're starting to warm up into the body, the tension starts to change. The sensations start to move, mostly because the obvious surface stuff starts to soften and we get closer to the deeper stuff that's happening. Let's take one more breath here, and then release that gripping on your ankles. Make sure your feet are together, and then bend your knees and come into chair pose. Bend the knees, arms reach. Now there's a couple of little points here that make the pose a little bit more doable, a little more sustainable. So if you're sticking your tailbone out a lot, like if there's a deep crease in your hips and your tailbone's sticking out, see if you can draw it down. And if your tailbone is kind of tucked under like a scared dog, right, like that, then let it out, right? So you can try it. If you're not sure where you are, stick it out or tuck it under, and then try to find what's halfway. And then sit a little deeper. Got this. Now press down into your heels and into all 10 toes and come on up slowly. Yeah, take a little back bend at the top. Let's hold there, hook the thumbs together, and stretch over to the right side. So we move into the side body. Our spine has 6 directions of movement, and when it's a little chilly in the air, I want to make sure that we warm up really deeply all the way into the core. Inhale, come back up, and take it over to the other side. So we can bend forward and back, side to side, and we can rotate left and right, so we are touching every bit. Good. Come back up to center, release your arms. All right, inhale, both arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Lift halfway, inhale. Fold again, please, and then bend your knees. We're in Utkatasana, the chair pose. It can be an awkward posture, and I think that this one requires practice for us to actually really find the balance of the work and the nuances. Otherwise, it can be quite off-putting. So if you're feeling kind of miserable, just know you're in the right place and that it's a process. And eventually, some of you can stay here all day because you've been practicing with me a long time. And so it builds, right? We sit back a little bit in the heels. We draw the tailbone down. And as all that energy is going down, can you reach higher? Lift your chest. Look up through your thumbs. There you go. Now push through your feet and come on up. Let's take a little back bend at the top. And then bring your hands to heart center and just be glad it's over, right? Inhale, both arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Lift halfway. Inhale. Good. Let's go to plank pose. So we've done a number of these already. We're going to hold the integrity of that upper push-up. And then please roll onto your right side so you're facing left. You turn onto the side edges of your feet. And we're resting on the right arm and reaching the left one high to the sky. Good. See if you can look up at your left thumb. Now lift your hips just a little higher. Beautifully done. Let's look down and place the hand down. And switch to the other side. Use your feet. You push down to rise up. There's a lift. There's a looking up. Yes, there's this inflated feeling in the middle. We get buoyant in the middle. And then look down, hand down. Lower yourself down. Take it to the belly. Inhale, cobra pose. Broaden the chest. Squeeze a little bit in the upper back. And then release gently. Tuck your toes and find downward facing dog. And I love how some of you are moving a little slower and a little more sensitively. You do not have to stay with my cueing. If there's something in your body that you notice and it needs a little more time or attention, please honor that. There are many people here, many levels, different amounts of time on the mat and practice. And so I really need you to promise that you're going to honor yourself. I try to speak to the whole, but you are all individuals with individual needs. And so do not take on any peer pressure and think you have to do what everybody else does. This is a practice for you. Take one more breath, push back a little bit, and then look forward. Let's walk our feet to the top of the mat. Lift halfway, inhale. Fold deeply, exhale. Bend your knees one more time for chair pose. It's looking better each time. We get a little less expression in the face, right? Push through your feet, come on up, and then release your arms. Let's start with a chair pose. Inhale, one breath, chair pose, sit back. Good, exhale, forward fold, dive in. Lift and lengthen on your inhale. Let's go to plank and lower on the exhalation. Both feet go back, lower down slow. And then inhale, cobra, gently through the spine. Exhale, downward facing dog into our first lunge. This will be a high crescent lunge. Right foot steps up, stay on your left toes. Make sure your feet are positioned well before you rise so you have balance. And you're gonna just come up slowly facing forward. Bring the arms up overhead. Yep, really, really nice work. Now I want you to sink in a little bit lower. And that might test the length of your stance. When you try to bend that front knee, you might feel like you're jammed up a little bit. So if you need to, lengthen and widen your stance. Yeah, it makes all the difference in the world when you just give yourself a little bit of room, right? The yogis were never set out. They never had a goal of making things harder. We actually are always seeking ways to make things a little easier. We are navigating interesting challenges, and we're looking to work smart, not hard. That's it. How beneficial would that be in life, right? Now straighten the back leg a little more. Make it really straight, even if it made you come up, because you didn't lose anything, you gained something. That's always an interesting concept too. And now lean back just a little. Ooh, there it is. Can you imagine you were there all that time and you were missing that? Take a whole deep breath here, and then let your hands down to the mat. Step back to plank, organize your body, and then lower slowly. Inhale for cobra, and then downward facing dog. And know that you can take breaks anytime. If I hold you somewhere too long, you come out. If you want to stay longer, please do. Left foot steps up, stay on the right toes. Remember to situate your feet and feel grounded before you rise. There's a push down that helps you rise up. And then as you come up, we get organized. Attention goes inward. Don't look around. There's 150 or 250 people around you doing the same thing as you. Just forget about everybody else and put your attention on your mat. Feel the soles of your feet. Feel the way you are standing in your legs. Let's see if we can come down in there a little bit lower. That's it. And then reach a little higher. It's about the reconciliation of the opposites. That's where we find balance. Now that back leg is going to straighten. You straighten that knee just a little more. I know it's going to bring out something. And then lean back a touch. There's your full expression. Take a deep breath. Take it all in. And then on the exhale, hands down, step back, and lower. Inhale, cobra pose. And then exhale, downward facing dog. So we're starting to get that rhythm. Good. We're going to lunge again. Right foot steps up. This time the back foot turns flat. It changes things a little bit. It's called Warrior 1. Virabhadrasana 1. And I want a little more attention to the back leg because there's something really magical that happens in that back leg. If we can get those little nuances and micro movements right, there's going to be something that really lengthens. And it's a muscle that we use way too often in a seated position, right? We are shortening the psoas all the time. And this is an opportunity to lengthen it. So the left foot's going to press into the mat. And as you feel that foot push down, I want you to imagine that you can turn your left leg bone in a little bit. Turn the knee a little more forward without moving the foot. Yeah, there's muscles that are creating that action in the hip. That's it. I love that. So there's like a rooting and then there's a rotation. Now let's bend the front knee a little bit deeper. Just like in the other lunge, can you lift a little more through the chest and the arms? Yeah. Now check in with both feet. Make sure you feel really solid in your stance and then lean back just a little bit. Give me that full inhale and that last reach, and then exhale, let's flow. Hands down, step back, lower. Inhaling through cobra, hips on the ground, elbows bent. Exhale, downward facing dog and into warrior on the other side. The left foot steps up, the right foot turns flat, and again, we're just going to build it. The building blocks are what create the space. So we take it a little slow. I promise the rhythm of the practice will come up a little bit, but it's a little chilly in the air, and I want to make sure that we're not racing through the practice. I want to make sure that there's heat building from the inside and that we're paying attention to the nuances, because when we pull on the psoas, it can actually create a tenderness in the lower back. So let's root the back foot. As that foot gets really grounded, see if you can find the muscles in that right leg that turn the leg a little bit. They turn the whole leg bone in the hip socket. It's a subtle thing. I can barely see you do it. Yeah, and then the front knee's going to bend a little deeper. Yeah, just a little bit at a time. The chest plate is forward, the arms reach passionately. And then we can look up toward the thumbs. Let's take a breath and lean back just a touch. And then exhale, belly in, hands down, step back lightly, lower slowly. Inhale, cobra. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Your form is actually magnificent today. So, when we do the rhythm of Surya Namaskar, we move through that warrior pretty quickly. So I'm going to try it for one breath. Right foot steps up, left foot flat. Rise for one inhale. See if you can get the full expression of the pose. And then hands down, step back, lower. Feels like a lot to do, but you can. Inhale in cobra, exhale and downward facing dog, and then pause for a second. Yep. Did that feel like a lot, or was that okay? Is that all right? Yeah. Okay. Left foot steps up, right foot flat. One breath. Rise, warrior one. As soon as you're ready to exhale, it's hands down, step back, lower. Inhale, cobra. And then exhale, downward facing dog. So the breath doesn't change, but the pace of the movements does, because we honor the breath always. There's not a pose in the world worth giving up or messing with your breath for. So right now, find the rhythm of your breath. Feel the fullness of your inhalation and the fullness of the exhalation. We're going to push back on the next inhale. And then as we exhale, bring both feet to the top of the mat. Feet are together. Inhale, lift halfway. And then exhale, fold. Bend your knees, chair pose, one breath. Now push through your feet, come on up. Let's let the arms go. All right, we're going to put all that together. One breath at a time. Inhale, chair pose. As you exhale, forward fold. When you're ready to inhale, lift halfway. Then go to plank and lower on the same exhalation, all air out. Inhaling through cobra. Exhale, just touch down dog and step the right foot forward. It's right foot forward, left foot flat. One inhale, we just did it, warrior one. And on the exhale, hands down, step back and lower. You got it. Inhale for cobra, don't rush. Take your time, push back and then step up with the left foot. Left foot steps, right foot flat, rise for one breath. And as soon as you're ready to exhale, you come right back out. So we're challenging the breath. We're keeping the rhythm of the breath, but we're increasing the workload. Find your way back to downward facing dog and take 3 long, slow, deep breaths. This is where we collect ourselves. One breath at a time. The nervous system, the circulation, the heart rate, all of it, respiratory rate, it all settles. Last inhale here, push back. And then look forward. Let's walk our feet to the top of the mat. Lift halfway, inhale. Fold deeply, exhale. Good, bend your knees, chair pose. Push through the feet, come all the way up. And then let your arms release down by your sides. Good, inhale again, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold, fold right in. Lift and lengthen on the inhale. Now we're going to go to plank pose. Hold it in the upper push-up again. Plank is such a great way to build heat. Let's roll over onto the right side, facing left. This time left arm goes up to the sky. And then if you would, turn the palm forward and reach the bicep over the ear. Yes, let's go back into that side body. Press into your feet. Lift your hips. Find that buoyancy in the center. Take your gaze to your left thumb. Look all the way up and out. Stretch a little longer through your left side. And then the arm comes up, eyes down, hands down. Lower slowly. They love yoga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. It's actually somebody's looking at yoga and somebody else is going, "Why? What are you doing? Keep driving." You can tell by the way they hunk, you know? There's subtle communication in everything. Come forward into plank. Roll it onto the other side. Left side Vashisthasana. We open up to the right, reach the right arm high, and then turn the bicep over the ear. Yes, keep pressing into your feet and lifting your center. There it is. There is a buoyancy because there's a strong force deep inside of us. It's the source of our strength. Lift a little more in the middle, and then arm up, eyes down, hands down. Take yourself down nice and slow. Inhale for cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, right foot steps up, stay on the left toes, but don't rise. Let's walk. Oh, you know what? Go ahead and rise. Go ahead. Why not? It's like half of you are ready to do it, so just do it. Turn to the left now. Plant the back heel flat, warrior two. So you want to make sure that that front foot is turned to the short edge of the mat. And we're going to bend the right knee and really pay attention to the left leg. Make it super straight. So there's some really interesting things that happen here. And really, I want your focus for this moment to be deep inside the right hip. So we're going to try to use the muscle on the outer right hip to open the right knee a little bit more. Yeah, you can feel that. That's external rotation. That's kind of similar to what we were doing in the other pose, but I was asking you to do internal rotation. Now we're doing external rotation, right? And make sure that the left leg stays neutral. Make it straight, press into the foot. Good. Now, go in a little deeper, because I know you can. And if you feel like you've lost your space, you don't have anywhere to go, make your stance longer. That means wiggle one foot away from the other foot and make your stance longer. If you have long legs, you can have a long stance and then you can have beautiful new range of flexibility, right? Now drop the left arm and reach the right arm high. It's called reverse warrior. And very often when we start to reach up and look up, we lose what we did in the front knee. So I want you to bend that front knee and I want to use the outer right hip to open deep inside that right hip. There's going to be a little burn maybe, right? You can feel a little squeeze on the outer right hip, pulling that leg open a little wider. As you open it, you sink into it and we breathe. All right. Now I want you to take your left hand and put it on your lower belly. Yep, right there below the navel. Pull it up and in and then reach a little higher. Yeah, that's that source I've been talking about. Yep, so we're opening the hip, we're extending the spine, and we're using our core. And more important than any of those things, you're breathing. Come back to warrior 2. Say it. Yeah. Straighten your front leg. And straighten it like you mean it. Like it's not kind of not committal straight. It's like I am standing in my feet and my legs straight. Yes. The arms are out wide. Let's tip over to the right side for triangle, Trikonasana pose. The goal is not to touch the floor, so if that's what you think, know that it's much more about making space. So the hand can be anywhere on the right shin. And I actually like palm down on the shin, believe it or not, because you can actually press down to rise up. You can actually create that sensation of root to rise. What happens very often is that we try so hard to get down to the floor that somewhere along the way we lose our alignment. So draw the tailbone slightly down. Draw the head, neck, and shoulders back. Come back toward me. Here, come back, back, back. Yep, more, even more. Once you get in the line, then you can slide back in. I bet you could touch the floor. Go ahead now, start reaching the right hand back down. There you go. Now, turn the left palm forward. Let's reach the bicep over the ear. Extend and reach. And as you do that, push into the left foot. Left foot grounds, left arm reaches, whole side body is long. All right, left arm up. Let's wrap the left arm behind the back. Really take the back of your hand onto your hips and see if you can use that to help leverage the chest open. And if you're feeling okay here and your breath is steady, take your right hand and place it on your heart. Yeah, surprise. And you're grounded, and you're strong, and you're breathing. Add a little cobra to the spine. Feel what that feels like. Yes. And then release the right arm down, the left arm up. And then nice and easy, bend the front knee and come on up. Warrior 2. Come on up. There you go. Front knee bends. Breathe. I think it's time for a flow. Hands down. Step back. Lower slow. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And then take it back, downward facing dog. All right, left foot steps up, stay on the right toes. We'll start with that high crescent lunge. Once you come up and rise, return open to the right side. The back heel goes flat. And then just like, don't be afraid to open up the stance a little bit. Right, a little more space on the ground. If you go too far, you'll lose your stability. You'll know right away that you went too far. But very often we're selling ourselves short. We're playing it safe, right? And then if just a half an inch open can create a whole new experience in the pose. So don't be afraid of your curiosity. You can always pull back. Grounding the feet, and then a little work on the outer left hip. That muscle will help pull that leg open, and once it widens, then you sit into it a little deeper. So be very careful. Look at your front leg. Is your front knee turning in? We don't want that knee turning in. We want it opening. So the front knee, yep, maybe shorten the stance a little bit. Good. Now bend the front knee. Bend. And then go that way. Yes. Yeah, so you feel that work. There's some work right in there. Let's reverse the warrior. Right arm down, left arm up. And just realize that sometimes when you look up and reach up, you go up. So I want you to make sure you're still doing the work in the left hip. Lengthening the inseam of the leg, contracting a little on the outside of the hip. That's it. Now, right hand goes to the lower belly. See if that can help you enhance the work. We call it Uddiyana Bandha. Like it is this upward energy that lifts us and floats us and supports us. Yep. Lower belly lift. Take that gaze up. Feel it all. Yep. And then return to warrior 2. Straighten the front leg. Say it. Yes. Triangle pose, tip to the left. As you start to move into the pose, check your feet. Make sure that the left foot is straight forward. Sometimes it turns in. And then again, we're not racing to touch the floor. If we stay here for 5 breaths, you could be in a completely different place by the time we're finished, right? So don't race to the finish line. Make sure that that front foot is turning out. Turn that foot out. Yeah. And then the tailbone draws down, and the head, neck, and shoulders draw back. We're building something. Press into the big toes, lift the knees just a little bit. Feel the stability. And then palm over the ear. Palm turns forward, bicep over the ear. And we're lengthening. And as that happens, maybe the left shoulder turns under. The chest opens a little bit more. Breathing, steady, reaching like you mean it. Tricep work. And then the arm goes up and we'll wrap it around behind the back. Still steady in the foundation. Use the back of your hand to help you open the right chest up. And if you're feeling steady where you are and all of that work to build this is okay, then you're going to try left hand on the heart. And if you try it and it doesn't feel good in your back, you've lost something there, then put it back down. That's all. Now, can you put a little cobra into your spine? Yeah, like draw the tailbone down and the head back. Yeah, so we lengthen just a little bit. And then release your arms. One goes up, one goes down. And with some control, push down to rise up. Soften the left knee as you do. Warrior 2. Whew. Take a deep breath. And then plant both hands onto the mat. Step the left foot back, lower nice and slow. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. All right. Push back just a little bit. And I want you to come into Warrior 1. Right foot steps, left foot flat. Come on up, facing forward. Ground down into the feet so you have a root to rise sensation and lots of stability. And then focus on the grounding of that back foot like we did earlier. And just drop your right arm down by your side. Right arm down, left arm up. So that left side body is going to get super long. I want you to feel the left foot pressing. And then I want you to start twisting your chest to the right and just start reaching through the left fingers. Yeah, left arm is straight. Think about that. Look at your arm. Is it straight? Is it straight? Yeah. That left arm, super straight. I want some energy in the fingers, and I want some push through the foot. You feel that? Now wrap the right arm behind your back. See if that helps open the right chest. The chest is turning. The tailbone's drawing down. Now the finishing touch. Right knee bends. There, hold it there and breathe. Turn your chest. You're even looking to the right. It makes it feel better. And then nice and easy, release both arms straight up. Biceps to the ears. Now I want you to fold on the same line as your back leg. So if your body followed the same exact line of your back leg, hold. Biceps are near the ears. You're still feeling your arms are like Warrior 1. No, come face forward, straight. That's it. Front knee bending, arms lifting near the ears, back foot grounded. Now pull the right hip back and the left hip forward. Ooh, do you feel that? Belly button in, don't give up. Where's your breath? Straight elbows, a little passion. Now easy, slow, come on up. Reach high to the sky, maybe lean back for one breath, and then let it go. Hands to the floor, step back and lower. Yeah, I ask you because you can. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog, just clearing that all out and coming back to downward facing dog. Let's take a really big inhale. Let out a sound on the exhale. Any sound you want. Yep. Ooh, wee. Right? No, not that? Not ooh-wee? All right, left foot steps up, right foot flat, warrior one. So this is deliberate, right? This is mindful. We feel both feet on the ground. We come on up for warrior one. We've done it many times, but this time we're going to just add on a little something. We're going to ground the back foot just like we did before, and we're going to start reaching a little more through the right arm. Just drop the left one down, take it out of the equation for a moment. Don't do anything with it, just let it hang there. Focus on the right side body. From the outer edge of your pinky toe side of the foot all the way to the pinky finger. Can you make that line longer? Yeah, now I see it. Reach like you mean it. And then turn the chest more forward. Now we're getting somewhere. Now let's see if we can twist a little. Start turning the chest to the left. Wrap the left arm behind the back. You got to keep checking back in with the right foot. So we push and we pull and we rotate, belly button in. Draw the tailbone slightly down so things don't get congested back there. And then bend the left knee. Ooh, it's so good. Right there. Yep. You guys okay with that? Yeah? Take one more breath right where you are. And then release and face forward. Both arms reach. Now we do that half fold. We're going to drop about 45-degree angle from the earth. Pressing into the back foot. Reaching the arms. Strong on the front side and the back side of the body. Long through the left and the right side of the waist. Now pull the left hip back and the right hip forward here. Yep. Keep grounding into the feet. Pull that belly button to the spine and breathe. Now I see a lot of arms dropping. Can you reach the biceps near the ears? Get that side waist long. Take one more breath here. You've got this. Now push down, rise up, slow. Inhale all the way to the top, lean back, and then exhale, hands to the earth. Step back lightly, lower slowly. I hear you now. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right. Let's go ahead and drop into our hands and knees. Go ahead and take a few rounds of cat-cow. Let's just make sure that we didn't create any tenderness in the lower back by just like arching and rounding and just moving really organically. I'm not even going to cue it because I want you to find your way. Just keep your hands and your knees grounded, and then you can rock forward and back. You can roll your rib cage like it's inside a barrel. You can go forward, back, left, right. Yes, move organically. We'll turn it more into a dancing lion. Yep. Yeah, I like it. A little more freedom, right? Shift your hips from side to side. Move your ribs around a little bit. Let your head move around a little bit. And whatever you're doing in one direction, make sure you do it in the other direction too. I see some of you like dancing more than others. Yeah, like it's okay. Just be a little free in your body. And then pull that into center. Let's go ahead and take child's pose for just a moment. That means we sit back, hips to heels, let the head down. Stretch the arms long. Now give your hands a little push into the floor so your sit bones push a little closer to the heels. So you feel the tailbone drawing down and you open up some space in the lower back. Good, and then we'll come on up on the hands and knees. From your hands and knees, take the right arm and sweep it out wide to the side. So we go all the way out wide, opening the chest, and then thread that needle. Right hand goes behind the left wrist. Thread it all the way through the hole, bringing the right shoulder to the mat. Once the right shoulder touches down, we can widen the knees to help, if you need to, just a little bit. Yep, then we're going to lift the left arm up high to the sky. See if you can open up the twist. And part of the magic of this is not how high you reach to the sky, but actually using the right hand to press into the earth. Yes, open the palm up. Press the backs of your fingers into the earth. See if that helps you open a little bit more. Good. Now, take the bicep and reach over the ear. As you reach forward and touch down onto the ground, can you pull the left hip back a little, keeping that side waist long? Okay. We're going to continue with that feeling, and we're going to actually step the left foot to the back of the mat. Tuck the toes under and lengthen your left leg. That's it. Now, if you root really well through the right hand, you might be able to float your left leg in the air. Might. If not, we go down like dominoes. Right? Yeah. I'm taking a chance there. I think we're okay. And then lower that left knee. Pull that left hand in close to the chest, right by your face, and push into it so you can unthread. Pull the right arm back out, stretch high to the sky, and then plant that hand back on the ground. Pause for a moment. Let's do a little bit of that dancing lion. Like just a little bit of that movement. Just like move all the different ways. Let your head move. Let your hips move. Your shoulders, your spine. Articulate all of the joints and just let some of that tension go. Whatever you're doing in one direction, make sure you go and do it in the other. And then we find our way back to tabletop and start doing the other side. Left arm sweeps way open, and then we thread the left arm through. And sometimes you have to change the stance a little. Maybe you open the knees or narrow the knees, but make sure the tops of your feet and your toes are grounded here. We don't want feet floating in the air yet. That's it. Now, really root down through the left hand. The back of the hand, the fingers are pressing the ground, and then the right arm goes up. And it's not just the arm that we're working. We're actually trying to open the chest. There you go. Then the palm goes forward and the bicep goes over the ear. See if you can grip the floor with 5 fingers. Yep, just your fingers, not even the whole palm. Just like tent the hand and grip with your fingers. That's it. So we're gripping with the right hand. The left hand is rooting. And then we're going to pull the left hip back just a little. Just pull the left hip back. Pull the hip joint back. No, the other way. Yeah, make that side waist long. And then see if you can extend right leg back. If extending it to the back of the mat feels okay and you're grounded and rooted well, you should be able to at least try lifting the toes. If it feels unsteady, you go back. If you can hold it up there, great. Breathe. And then we let that right knee down. We pull that right hand back in by the face and the chest and push into it so that the left arm can come all the way back out, up to the sky. Yep. And then plant both hands onto the earth. Good. Let's tuck our toes and float the tabletop. Float the knees just an inch or two. Keep the gaze slightly forward. Hands squeeze in, toes stretch out. Just start to feel a little heat coming back into the body. Knees float a little bit in the air. And then slowly make your way back to downward facing dog. This might be the best down dog of the whole practice. Does it feel different than the first one you did today? Yes. It's our job to notice. Now, when you're ready, come forward into plank. We're going to take one last vinyasa. Somehow when we hear that it's the last one, we all like rise to the occasion. Lower down slowly. Inhale, cobra pose. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Now, come into a seated position. Just bring the feet forward. Sit in simple cross legs and sit up nice and tall. Yep, just like that. Simple. See if you can feel the weight on your sit bones and make them even. So sometimes we lean heavy to one side, we don't even realize it. But see if you can ground into both sit bones and draw the tailbone slightly down. And hold your head up, hold your heart high. Maybe even a soft smile on the lips. Yeah, there's something about that. Yeah. And we get so serious. It's like we're here having fun, we're having a good time, we feel good, and then we have this like serious face on. Right? So just like lighten it up a little bit. It's a choice. And then breathe. Right? Just like good to be alive. How lucky are we to be so able-bodied that we could actually come out and do a practice like this? How lucky are we that the city gives us space to do it and gather? Right? That we have this sense of community and togetherness. And we get to be part of something a little bit more positive and full of light in our community. How lucky are we that we get to do something for our health and our well-being? We care for our bodies, our minds. Maybe we even get little attitude adjustments. I know I need them. I need to gather like this and be reminded of the goodness. And when you sit here like this with me, I see the goodness. So take a few more breaths. Take a moment to just be in that goodness, in the gratitude. And then let's bring our arms up high to the sky. And then open them out wide like a T. Right hand is going to go to left knee. Left hand behind the tailbone. Take a little twist. Root that left hand down behind the tailbone. Use it. As you root it down into the earth, your chest will rise and open. Now I want you to really feel good about how you're using your right hand on your left knee. So that's going to stay. And then I want you to unplug the left hand and bring the bicep to the ear. And then start to fold toward the right knee. So again, we go into that side body. Fold toward the right knee. So the left side body feels long. We're twisting and bending and breathing. Now maybe the gaze goes all the way up. Do you want to switch to cross legs? Yeah. And then pull the belly button into the spine and rise back up. Both arms high. And then we open them out like a T. Take the left hand to the right knee and the right hand behind. And so first we establish the rotation. And then we make sure we have a really good hold. Left hand on that right knee as well, right? As we're doing that well, so we can unplug the right hand and reach the bicep to the ear. Yep. And we're turning, and then we start to bend toward the left knee. That way, that way. That's it. Draw the tailbone slightly down here again so you feel space around the kidneys. I want your lower back to release. Maybe take the gaze toward the fingers, makes the spine feel a little bit longer. And then make sure we have belly button into the spine and we rise back up slowly. Good. Unfold both of your legs. Let them go straight out in front. And then reach both arms high. And gently fold over your legs. Allow there to be a roundness about you. We've been using a flat back throughout the practice. And I know that when we do core work and we do all of the rotation and extensions, that sometimes we feel tender. It's different than feeling tight at the beginning. The sensations are different at the beginning and the end of the practice because the tension that we're touching is in a different place. We peel away the layers until we get to the good stuff underneath. Let's take one more breath here and just open mouth, exhale, melt a little. Yeah. And then rise on your inhalation, bend both of your knees, and then with that same rounded feeling and that same core work, right, belly to the spine, you're going to slowly lower yourself down one vertebra at a time. If you want to use your hands for support, you can, or you take it down slow from that inner core strength. Work from the pelvic floor, the lower belly, and guide yourself slowly down. Let's open our arms out like a T. And extend your left leg long and pull the right knee into the belly. Yep, that's going to be a deep breath right there. Fill your lungs. And then on the exhale, twist your right leg over to the left side. We're not staying. Keep the arms out like a T. Yep. Inhale as you roll back to center. And then exhale as you extend your leg down long. Other side. Inhale, left knee in. Exhale, twist to the right. Bring it out. And then inhale to center. Exhale as you lower the leg down. Yeah, we'll do it a few more times. Arms out like a T the whole time. Ground them. Inhale, right leg pulls to the chest. Exhale, twist your body left. Empty out all that air. And then inhale as you roll back to center. Fill your lungs. And exhale as you lower your leg all the way down. Take your time. What's the race? Inhale, left knee in. Exhale, twist, empty out. Inhale, fill up as you come back to center. Exhale, let the air out as you let your leg go. Yeah, one more time on each side. Try to do it with a nice, long, slow, deep breath. Don't race. We're trying to cool it down. We're trying to wring out those last bits of tension. It's not going to be the deepest twist you ever did in your life, but we've already done a bunch of them today, so it's okay. That's it. Once you complete that on both sides, pull your knees into your belly. Give a little squeeze. And then rock a little bit side to side. Maybe open the knees a little wider. Press your tailbone down. Get a little bit decompression there. So if you lay on your back with your knees wide and you press your tailbone down, like stop rocking for a second. Yep, and just decompress the spine. Hold your knees with your hands. Just hold your knees. Hold on to your knees. Yep, and then push your tailbone down into the floor. Yeah. Did you get that? Did that feel good? And then you can release your feet, soles of the feet together. Let the knees drop, open wide. Take your arms up overhead and rest the shoulders. Just one more breath here. And then we'll bring the knees up and in and release our legs straight out. One arm at a time, just bring them down alongside your body. And just let yourself be still. Just take a moment to acknowledge the stillness within. And how easy it can be to just go inward and be still as the world continues to move around us. I mean, there's a whole lot going on. Let all that kind of feel far away. Start to feel into your own breath, the rhythm of your breath. And in your own way and in your own time, you can start to awaken, stretching gently. Eventually, you'll move your body enough to pull yourself together and come into a seated position. Like whatever the construction noise is, I think the birds are like trying to tune with it. There's like a symphony going on of sounds. And I think like post yoga is like one of those times where you might notice that, where like otherwise you would just be busy like talking and moving or driving, and like you wouldn't even notice the symphony of sounds that are going on. It isn't noise, it's magic. It's life. For a moment, let yourself be part of it, not separate from, but part of. And then we're going to make our own sound. We're going to bring our hands together at the heart, and we're going to close with 3 ohms. Let's see how the birds react to that. So it's just a simple sound. It comes from deep inside you. It rises up. So it's like an ah, then a ooh, then a right? And the is like the best part. It has the most vibration. You want to bring the sound up, and you want to leave a little bit of that breath at the end for the M sound. A lot of us like lose it at the end, and we don't have any time to really enjoy that vibration. So when you're ready, deep breath in. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Om peace, peace, perfect peace. May each and every one of us walk away from this practice today feeling a little bit more peace. I believe that that peace inside is what it feels like to come home, to come back to yourself, where there is no struggle and there is no inner critic, where you just have a moment of peace, comfortable in your own skin, accepting of your situation and of your body and all of our wonderful opportunities and our limitations. A sense of satisfaction and completeness. We deserve this. This is our birthright. So may we walk away today from the mat. May we use our yoga for good. May it help us recognize ourselves again. And may all sentient beings know that same peace. Namaste. Thank you. Have a beautiful Saturday. Next weekend, I have a sub, but the weather's going to be beautiful. I'm going to be here in town, but I'll be leading that retreat in Hillsborough Mile. So I'll be just down the road, but I'm not going to make it to the park that day. I'll be committed to the bubble that we're creating in that hotel, and we're going to have a really beautiful experience from Thursday to Sunday. And then I'll be back the following week. There's a really amazing workshop going on at the studio today. If anyone's interested, it's called Yoga for the Nervous System, and it's actually the neuroscience of yoga. It's a little bit of nerdy yoga, right? It's like the science of yoga. But to me, it's fascinating. And the teacher is Jacqueline Burbage. She is Jack. She teaches our Tuesday, Thursday, 9:15 classes. She's brilliant. She has spent a lot of time studying. She's taken multiple trainings. This is her passion. She's sharing it. This is probably the third or fourth time we've hosted her. So if anyone's interested, it starts at noon today. It'll be a lecture and discussion and a practice. It's a lot to learn, a lot to learn, not just for yoga teachers, but for all of us that are like navigating ourselves and we want to understand what's happening to the brain and the nervous system when we practice. It could be a really, really good way to spend the afternoon. So just thought I would give that a little plug. I will be getting on a plane, so I cannot attend, but go in my absence. Yeah. And yeah, support the studio and my other teachers. They're all amazing. So happy Saturday. If you have a minute to help with the chairs, I love you guys. You're already doing it without even being asked. And the sign-up sheets are here. I know that they were still going around and they weren't complete. So if you did not sign in before practice, please come up and sign in now. It's the only thing the city asks of us is that we do this waiver form. So I ask you, please, before you leave, that you sign for today. All right. Thank you. And I also, if you want to get on my email list, some of you gave me your names last week, and I'm sending an email out today. Thank you. An email is going today, and I didn't add you yet, so I will add you. Okay. Oh, thank you so much. Aw. Left side hugs. You're welcome. Oh. We need to make another date.
I just saw. I was